This game does not endorse any kind of discrimination. Class does not ever upload this game illegally or else you will spend 100 million years behind bars. God damn it. God damn it. I guess I will see you in 100 million years. Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of, I guess, new series on the channel? Not another episode? Yeah, so this is another new short, or like shorter series on the channel. It's going to be on members only for a little while, and then I'm going to release it. But yeah, it won the vote poll. I specifically picked up the titles that did not have androids in them. So we are not having another Android game, and 95% of the things I've been like looking for were androids. So yeah, next time androids, I guess. So yeah, let's go with the Chuusotsu, the first graduation. Also, I did a little adjustment in the volume as well. Seems like we can adjust every character, so there should be no issues with audio, even in like some characters being way too silent and stuff. But yeah, and also it's not like the 18 plus, so I can stream this, and that's what we are doing right now. We are on member stream and we are recording the first episode. It might be a little because it's 17 plus, but who knows. Anyway, let's go with the new game. Let's see what it is. I have no idea. But hey, we needed something cute on the channel for a change, right? Like, the themes recently been so goddamn heavy. She needed to get this done no matter what. If you're just going to quit halfway through, you might as well be dead. She read in the manga and believed in it so ardently that she kept whispering it to herself. There were so many things she had to do, an overwhelming amount. What should she start with? That should have been obvious. She first needed to take care of what was right in front of her. Okay, so she's having a homework, I guess. The sound of pen and on paper mixed in with the patter of the rain. I'm also very curious how much copyrighted this thing is going to be. This is always my concern. She was currently battling with her homework, an essay. Her theme was the authority seal and my plans for the future. Okay. What's the authority seal? Maybe I know this after like some different name, but I don't think I heard about this. Authority seal. Also, I might have to. That's like a little like wide border here. I hope you don't mind. If you do, let me know in the comments. She planned on presenting it during joint society ethics, society class for short. Pile of documents had created a small mountain. A beaten up desk they had picked up out of the garbage. Dumped groaned weakly under the strain. Okay, so they pour, I guess? Also, she's sitting on the rain, I think. Or not. Wait. She rolled her head in circles to search her neck, then did the same with her shoulders. It kind of made her feel like a businesswoman past her prime. It's Mari. It's Mari from the past. Who played White Album 2? Who knows the nose? Hardly fitting for the girl recently turned 9. She borrowed the documents from the library. They weren't exactly bedtime reading material, but if one wanted accurate statistics, there was nothing better. 9-year-olds making some kind of like statistics and stuff. What the hell? After all, that was an essay for society, her future was at stake. Figuring out a plan for the future was done voluntarily while one was still growing up. That was the direction of the United People Federation of Earth. Okay. Had taken gifted education, essentially. So okay, so we have UPFE, I guess. It was quite the conundrum. With a system of self-obligation for achievement in place, a girl like her needed to find ways to inspire herself. She gave her cheeks a light wake-up slap before twisting her around backwards in her seat. That was when it happened. Okay. Yeah, so seems like they do not have actually a lot of money like this. The stable, it's kind of destroyed and stuff. Some cracks on walls. Some like wet spots as well. Okay. She saw it. Her brother's desk. With heaps of weekly manga laid unceremoniously on top. Yeah, my man. The weekly Shonen Jump. Needless to say, it was a popular magazine targeted to boys. Oh my god! Wow, okay, yeah. He knows his stuff, okay. Really? Okay, I love it already. Yeah, hand and a one piece. Yes, like, yeah. Like the piece. She felt her heart dancing in her chest. Oh, wait, what the fuck have I done? Okay. She was beyond excited. She might have been a girl, but she simply couldn't help being fascinated by hard work and that unique sense of triumph. An unfolding series of fantastical adventures. This sounds like the birth of Chinubyu. Am I going to survive this? I don't know. The main character ultimate moves displayed across both pages. Anyone who didn't yell out the names of their special moves had no business being a hero. That's right, they're laying a complete world of fantasy. That divine marriage of ink and paper we called manga created the world that never failed to make girls' hearts to go wild. Unless unconsciously she reached for the magazine. Just another centimeter, the girl retracted her outstretched hand. The hand... this had been decided from the very beginning, for there existed a task that had to be accomplished beforehand. Oh wow. Wow, I do not have that kind of willpower. I would definitely just start reading this manga. There's no way I would finish my homework in this situation. There's just no way. Also, how's the audio? Is it good, or I should make it louder? She turned back to the mountain in front of her and continued on. Having the willpower to overcome such temptations was essential for anyone aiming to become a well-respected adult. And so, it followed that she needed to pour all her heart and soul into getting this done. She ignored the source of leisure, thoughtfully expelling it from her mind. Manga was the path of fools. What was the path of kings? Was it friendship? Maybe... Was it friendship? Maybe friendship. What about friendship? Since she entirely lacked friends, the girl got overly excited whenever she thought of the word friendship, okay? So, no friends, no money, and no fun allowed. Okay, that doesn't sound nice. Even as the falling rain ruled the grey skies, time halted, not to take shelter. Lunchtime, the Sunday family gathering, a brief period of happiness had arrived. What would today's menu be? Wild rice, seaweed salad, come to think of it, it was the same as last night. Seaweed salad was good, easy on the wallet too. It grew bigger when you dip it in water, just like space food. A case of seaweed inflation, her brilliant brother once joked. The girl giggled without really understanding the joke. Wait. case of seaweed inflation. Oh, because it grows okay, yeah. Yeah, because inflation goes bigger. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Saying the two of them, the mother also joined in. The sound of laughter echoed through the old house. Yeah, there are like holes in the walls and even in the roof. Damn. A drop of water fell on top of the salad. Wow. She looked up. Some rain was leaking through the roof. Oh my. These leaks are such a bother. She held onto one end of the tableware, uttering the words in tone both light and casual. The brother and the girl promptly followed suit. 3, 2, 1, they moved the table with everything still on it. A leak formed in their new location too. This one though was cut in the bucket, sending faint ripples along the surface of the water inside. Wasn't it supposed to be a happy novel? Like, I was supposed to feel better by reading this? God damn it. Why we have like heavy family situation? God damn it. Looking up, there were 9 leaks in the 12 square meter living room ceiling. And the tatami mats were peeling, wind passed through the sliding door, and marbles slid across the slanted floor. The toilet naturally was of the pit latrine variety, and common decency would dictate that the bath not be mentioned at all. The stereotypical image of poverty, if there ever was one. But even that was laughed away. As long as they had jump, children were not invincible. The power of manga! Is this like I have the power of God at anime behind my back thing? They were ready to survive even the toughest of ordeals and get their hands on their next week's issue. But there were times when they couldn't laugh, times when their smiles weren't good enough remedy. In their mother's body, that strong pillar which supported the whole house lurked the demon of disease. She had been wrestling this demon while raising the 2 children. Okay. Okay, that was loud. I think we need to reduce the audio for them. So I will just do this a little bit less. Future plans. Marisuke wa Arue. Okay.
私は中学になったら主要5教科はもちろん特に教社と苦手な運動を頑張ります。大学卒業前の適正検査までに公務員の適正率を 90% 以上にしておく必要があるからです。
Before my university graduation exam to become government employee. Is it like actually a thing in this world or like they just bullshitting us? And this is some imagination of the child.
とっても難しいです。ジョブを割り振る適正検査の受験者が世界全体で毎年およそ2000万人。その中で
Oh damn.
公務員に選ばれる人は
The numbers.
200人。0点。それにもし適正検査の結果他のジョブになることが決まったら一生そのジョブを続けていくことになります。それが人民の名誉と喜びだからです。でも私は公務員の適正率を上げるための未来設計を作って、なぜなら公務員は世界で最強のジョブだからです。
Alright, so authority seal is connected to the job basically here, it seems. Like it's actually a thing just in this universe, I guess. Okay.
そして公務員になったらお母さんたちと一緒にお腹いっぱいご飯を食べたいです。
So I guess Arue is the one from the poor family that we just had. Because she just want to get money basically and power to like not live poor anymore. Or like support family. Yeah. So this is our main character. She needed to get this done no matter what. This was to save her mother, who worked day and night, with her bony hands and rattling cough. She had something she needed to do, no matter the cost. What would she start with? Effort. Even without friendship, enough effort would help her grasp victory. Even if she has to dismiss all requests to go play, even if she became the class reject as a result.
大好きな漫画を捨ててでも
Not the manga! Oh god. Is this the manga that Kotaro in Rewrite is finding everywhere? Nah. Okay, never mind. Nah. And so, the seasons came and went. One after the other. Okay. I don't know what to do with that border on the side. I'll figure it out. The place inside the train station, so we have time skip? Or do we have like next day basically? The time 7:55 AM, probably next day, yeah. The rush hours, our train slid past the platforms. Men and women in suits burst out like water crushing through the collapsing down. Okay, I love this place. This is awesome. There was a surge of people, a passing whirlpool of civilization, and the young girl about to drown in it.
ごめんなさい降りま人が押し寄せて降りられな降りましゅ降りましゅ
What the fuck is AWF? What is that? Ow? Wait, what? Someone tell me in the comments. Maybe you know. Ah, that was good. God damn it! It's not in my house. Ow with off. Okay. Train on track 4 will be leaving shortly. Please stand behind the yellow line.
下ろして
Proposition 1. Life. Okay, so we have no chapters with propositions.
何か下車成功
So this is their school, I guess. As the door began to close, she was barely pushed out of the door and onto the
ほ
platform.
んとものすごい人だった車両の中ぎゅうぎゅうのパツンパツンだしリスがほっぺに溜めた木の実にでもなった気分これが都会の洗礼ってやつ
Is this how the city welcomes visitors? Wait, so this is new place for you actually? Huh. There was only one train line in her hometown. She never experienced not being able to say it when riding a train. Isn't it the same background as in Lucy? Wait a second. Is it? Okay, I need to stop recording and check that. Okay, YouTube, we're back. Chat realized that this background is literally the same as in Lucy, which was the previous visual novel, the short visual novel that we played, and you can check on the channel. But look at that. That's a screenshot from the series. That's a literally copy-paste background. But this one have letters on it. What? Is this the same company that made this game? Anyway, different companies. But let's just leave it like that, but let's continue. Maybe it's some free CG pack. I mean, maybe it started as like, you know, the game that was made by like 2 people and they needed just 3 assets, you know? Like, who knows? Let's go. She never experienced not being able to have a seat when riding a train. Also, yeah, that means that we time skipped basically. So she's not 9 anymore. She's like graduating a school or maybe even going to university now. Actually, today was the first day she got on a train by herself. Okay, maybe not then. Never mind. I'm confused. Morning rush hour. People passing by. She couldn't just stand there after having a brief sigh. She leave at the wave push her along.
分かってたことだけど、おのぼりさんなんだ、私。
She works at Android Factory. God damn it. No matter where she looked, there was nothing but people, and even more people. God did instruct men to populate the world, but still, she couldn't help thinking they were overcapacity. This is the backstory of Lucy.
そしてカペペの私としては一つの
Like, what if scenario?
改札はどちらに？上や伊豆。
Okay, she took a quick look around. She couldn't find the gate. After a while, she spotted the information panel.
駅の見取り図だ。これで現在地と出口の順路をチェックすれば。
Let me guess, you will have no idea where the fuck are you. Like, this thing is going to be the web. Like, the red web of Umineko. Yep, face turning white. Cold sweat began trickling down my face. It was clearly laid out map, but the paths through the station didn't hold any structure in her head. It was like the map of dungeon made for an adventurer. The guy just stood there, still as a statue. Is the seal actually a thing? I'm starting to thinking that it's just in her, like, head. That the seal is a thing. I think, like, we are going to have a Shinobi adventure here. I'm not getting baited again. The next train arrived. Is this Ichijo? Don't make me pull out the... Okay. And along with it, a second wave of people. I mean, Ichijo also, like, not... She also, yeah, like... Well, like, lost all the time. But also there's one kinda similar CG of her, I guess. Like the portrait, actually. I haven't finished. Okay. Pushed along the wave, she ended up being brought outside the ticket gate. Gate. Automatic ticket gates. Okay. No, it wasn't. So, the crowd of people just pushed her through the gate and she was like, oh, it's automatic. Right. Flower petals swayed along in the breeze. They were cherry blossom petals. It was spring. The skies were clear and blue, with a few wispy clouds covering a portion of it. Our first CG in the game. Okay, how do I close the... space? No. That feeling of release from the sea of people. Okay. Hide user interface. How do I do this without clicking that? I don't know. Okay. The art style is nice. I like the art style here. I think it will fit the story. Very bright and cheerful. Even without noticing, she let the words escape her mouth. She looked at the waves of people flowing around her. More specifically, their hands. Okay, so maybe that is actually a thing. Also, I just realized that she have like these things are like little candies here.
よっぽどのことがない限り、適正検査で進学先なりジョブなり割り振られるものだもんね。
Okay.
シールなんて持ってて当たり前だよね。それに比べて。
Okay, Aruel looked at her own right hand. Her dominant hand.
ブルブルブルブル。
She shook her head like a dog.
ダメダメ。いきなりメランコリって言ったら何のために実家を出たんだかわかんないんだから。 そうだ。
So people are actually having some kind of seal.
努力して
Okay.
再検査をパスして、それで
She must have a resolve beneath the sunny skies of spring. Avoid all my distractions and pass my re-examination. Oh, this is not the first time she's here. But she said she came here for the first time. I'm confused. Huh. Her name was Marisugawa Arue. Fine-looking girl. Although the kind of girl who looks good in glasses would have also been acceptable description. Are we going to have the CG of her in glasses? Her hobby was manga. She liked reading them, but enjoyed writing her own even more. Oh, nice. She was 15 and 4 months old. Okay, so we had a time skip. So she's going to like high school, I guess, now? Like, she's taking the exam for high school? She had the traits of the hard worker, along with the traits of the airhead. Arue would focus on whatever she was doing. As a result, and the time she spent raising her compatibility rating during her mandatory education period was quite fruitful.
けど
She also spent a long time in the hospital. Ah, she initially contracted the disease back in her first year of the middle school. She was a paradoxical. Wait, it was the paradoxical time of self-loving and self-loathing. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what kind? What is it? Wait, what? The disease? Okay. The disease was not lethal. She had already conquered it. But with the 2 years of hospitalization and in-home quarantine, her attendance rate, her grades in the primary subjects, plus all the other categories in the compatibility examination, all red. Without any leeway. The disease equals Chinubyu. Oh wow. Yo. Without any leeway to be allowed to start over, Arue ended up graduating from middle school. As a result, type: needlessly diligent girl. Characteristics: extremely nervousness. Notes: from the social point of view, your stage fright is quite problematic, you know. Okay. Her status looked more or less like that.
そして何より
She has stats. Jesus. She jumped up, startled by the sudden vibration of her smartphone.
母さんからだ。これを押せば出られるんだよね。
Oh my god, she doesn't have, like, she doesn't know how to use the phone.
もしもし、お母さん？今駅出たとこだよ。ごめん。ちょっと周りの音がすごくて、迷子？やだな。いくらなんでも迷子なんてありえないよ。私もう15歳だよ。あと何ヶ月か過ぎれば人妻にだってなれちゃうんだよ。そんなアダルト候補生を捕まえて何を？
Okay. They have collection of bait sounds or something.
体
Who
の
knows? Maybe. I'm feeling okay.
全然平気だよ。私今日が人生ベストコンディション。朝だって5時には起き
Okay.
たし。
Personal record 5 a.m.
更新記録。
How do you wake up at 5 a.m.? Just how? I don't know. Like, how?
今日から早速お勉強頑張るし、もうガリガリやるし。息抜きも大切って？
That's when I go to sleep, yeah, pretty much.
それは、
Okay. No breaks, huh?
お兄ちゃんに変わるって？いいよ。お仕事の支度で忙しいだろうし。隣の人にもちゃんと挨拶するから。
Ah,
粗品もちゃんと持ったし。
seems like she doesn't want to talk to her brother. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, sure, I'm sure you're busy. Oh no, never mind. I thought like she said, sure, it's fine. Yeah, I don't have to talk. Never mind then. My bad. God damn it. Why did that happen?
バイバイ。
Oh, okay, maybe never mind then.
ここだよね。
call ended. Okay, we have the cute little funk. That's peak already. We have the funk. The funk exists. This is going to be awesome. Her arms fell limp to her sides like a pair of weights. Talking with her family had always carried a bit of burden on her heart. She didn't hate them by any means. Her younger years were filled with smiles, nurtured by bonds strong enough to overcome her impoverished lifestyle. Impoverished. Jesus, what a word. She did actually regard them fondly, and for that, the very reason her past was unforgivable. Man, even so, what a coincidence. We haven't seen each other since the graduation ceremony. Suddenly, she hears some voices from behind. I come to think of it, I don't believe I ever asked, but how was the result of your compatibility examination, Misoe? Solko, you went to university, right? Yep, I'm studying at Japan University Department of Law. Well, that means you succeeded at becoming the ideal girl. I'm jealous. Huh? What about you, Misoe? I'm a line worker at the bread factory. Guess your compatibility examination results didn't let you move on the university then? Okay, so at least compatibility examination is not something that... what was her name? Arue? Arue. Made up. That's actually a thing. Yeah, my job is to make sure that there aren't any defects among the whole melon warriors. Makes you wonder what the compatibility for a line worker really is. Exactly. I work 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. Well, even ignoring all that, it's a super boring job and the pay isn't that great. So I'm worried if I can really keep doing it my whole life. I see. I see. But since that's the law, I have to spend my whole life shipping off whole melons for the other people to enjoy. So, whole melons is like a name of bread brand, I guess? Why would you call bread melons? It's like, how much confusing of the word you want to create, man? And the author said yes. Oh man, I really wanted to experience campus life. Misoe, you'd admit. Just getting an authority seal is already an accomplishment in itself. Some people out there can't even get a hold of what we take for granted each day. Your attitude is disrespectful to those poor sad people. Okay, so authority seal is also a thing. Melon pan. Oh, melon pan. Melon bread. Oh, that's a thing. Why wouldn't they call them like that then? God damn it. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay. Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. Well, I guess that's true. That's right. Live a proactive life. Okay. She clenched her fists tightly. Her plain white fists. Fists the hue of fresh snow, completely white and without the dirt or stains. No snow! God damn it. I just took a break from White Album too. Uh-huh. Even if I have to start my day walking around town my everyday clothes. Okay, sure. I'm almost certain that after she finished talking, she's going to fall down. She's going to trip. By the way, that girl.
ギブアップでやっていく漫画の主人公みたいに。
Yeah, she's wearing a casual outfit. Yeah. And look, there's nothing on either of her hands.
風にも負けず
She's one of them, isn't she?
風にも負けず
God damn it. You're really going to attack me like that? Well, that's how it is.
にも夏の暑さにも
She looks younger than us, but... The fact she's not wearing a uniform and that she has no seal can only mean... a Chuusotsu. Okay, that's actually a term for a character in-game, so that's what that means. That's the title drop. No uniform and no seal. So, people without seal. Okay then.
学歴コンパニーは勝てない
She said Chuusotsu, right?
それ以上現実を突きつけないでじゃないと私またあれが来ちゃう
What is going to happen?
らしくて最も気持ちいい
Should I be scared? I kind of feel sorry for her, so let's go. Looking at her gives me the motivation to live on as the whole melon worker. Oh! Yo! Oh! That's a critical emotional hit. Emotional damage right there. I've got to give our thanks to that unemployed girl. Oh god. Yo. I love that I added this. Oh my god. And she just froze. Her soul broke free of the prison known as the body. So this was what ascending to heaven felt like. Not even close. Altitude 10,000 meters. What? Okay. In middle school, I will work hard on the 5 main subjects with a focus on the PE, which I'm bad. Oh, this is what she wrote back in the day. In order to become a government employee, the echo. Solo farewell. What? Bix is becoming an ally, right? Isn't that why I'm studying this hard? I'm holding back on manga and even spending all my spare time studying. What? 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 Okay. It's been over 100 years since the United People Federation was born, as the result of successful worldwide revolution. Okay, so the system is for 100 years. The P3 law, which was encountered as soon as the Federation was established, obligates every member of the human race to wear an authorized power certificate, also known as the authorization seal. Okay. Lore, world building. Authorization seal is the nanomachine system. Okay, that's a future. That strengthens the wearer's abilities depending on their job, arbitrarily assigned through aptitude tests by the authorities. Okay, this is actually fucking sick. So like, you get the aptitude test, you get the seal, and the seal makes you better at your job. Or something like that. As the seal gained through these tests cannot be replaced, you'll be stuck with the same job for the rest of your life. Okay, that one suck. On the other hand, your job will remain safe and secure unless you commit a crime. As a result, the populace is no longer concerned about its welfare. That is to say, the people have gained lives without any financial trouble through the sacrifice of free choice of employment. Yeah, you have no choice. Like, you basically, like, just take tests at school and they just give you, yeah, that's your job. And that's your role in the society. Have fun. Damn. At first, the citizens accepted this and gradually started enjoying it. It did not take long until the P3 law had become a given. No effort is required to get a job, no competition arises under the law. Anyone can live a clean and righteous life with a smile alongside someone important to them. Before long, people quit having dreams for the future. Ideal dreams and competition have been overwhelmed by fairness and equity, and eventually forgotten. I guess that makes sense, because you just get something from granted and you're kind of forced to this, so people like don't really have to need to think of like, hey, you know what, I will like work this job for like 5 years and then I will just like switch to something else and like go for travels or something. Like, they stopped having like big dreams. That's actually kind of sad. That's a sad word. The very concept of dreams has faded away. Some call this world a dreamless world. The P3 law has brought equality and equity to the world. Equality and equity. This is a philosophical story of how three good-for-nothing Chuusotsu girls spend a peculiar part of their youth in the world where the authorized power certificate decides everything from jobs through abilities to personal income. Okay? So, it's like... Oh, I didn't read that. God damn it. Why did I jump like that? What was the text there? I wanted to talk for a second and I didn't check. Also, we have full sprite of her here. Hide. Yeah, a plain outfit. They got tips, like in Umineko. That was the text. Okay, so the text basically is that we have tips in this game. So... where are... Oh, there are the tips in the corner. Okay, so we have like just... Jesus, bunch of thing. Holy shit. This may be fun actually from time to time. Let's just check. It's probably just the replay of what we already know, but everything began 2 centuries ago. There was the age when economic science reached its height. Competition and bickering turned into chaos. Gap between the rich and the poor widened and extreme. Seems like it's new. Right wing versus the left wing. It's difficult for the shield and the pike to get along with help each other. And then it's inevitable that the equality and equity become a dead letter when the heavens, when the haves and have-nots coexist. According to the records, in this chaotic world, private organizations staged anti-government demonstrations in various parts of the world. Demonstrations were at first only held by small groups, but before long vastly ballooned in numbers and turned into national rebel movements. At one place there was a demonstration employing explosive rhetoric. At another there was a terror attack using extreme vocabulary. Wow! That's some extreme terror attack. The chaos then spiraled out of chaos. Out of control, goddammit. Even more movements like this took place simultaneously all across the globe. It's the hundreds monkey effect. Anyone who know what it is? Go watch IO. This is called Relay of Reformism. Say page 87. Okay, for more details. The human race reached one of its biggest turning points. All of those movements involved violence and caused military action. Oh, okay, that actually went pretty serious then. A civic movement was no longer the correct term to describe what was happening, but rather revolution. The world versus the civilians. The clash between the establishment of the anti-establishment was, needless to say, easily brought to an end by the former on account of its... Jesus, what the fuck? Okay, I will just read this really quick, I think. Combat power influence, and then quelled by the surged wars, politicians... Okay. Citizens ceased to rebel. Or so the whole world fought. The movement that was practically already under control surged anew because of one scientific breakdown. An unknown substance was discovered. Okay, we have Tony Stark here. It was dug out in a small northern Asian country that had been alienated, mocked by and loathed by the rest of the world. Okay? Even though the country had even been left outside of the movement, it worked together with the rebels on the new substance and succeeded in establishing the monumental technology, the body melding nanomachines. Okay, body melding nanomachines. It was the moment when the entire globe reached the point of the paradigm shift. Then the new technology brought the movement to success. In this paradigm shift, the old regime came to an end and was replaced by the world, and with one shared principle of utilizing the nanomachines. In the Northwest Asian country, the one in charge of the success of the revolution became the leader of the world and declared the founding of the new republic. They united the development countries into one federation. This is how the United People Federation of Earth was born. Okay, a little bit of world history. So what's the federation actually? The United People, the UP. Born by uniting all countries over the world. I'm like extremely surprised they managed to do that. Like, what the hell? I mean, I guess like that can happen when you make every single person in the world a slave to nanomachines, I guess. Like, just dictate their lives. A federation republic run by the top executives. A new age federal nation with a goal of worldwide equality. Though counted as the nation, it is practically an international government organization composed by multiple departments. Okay, I will just read this quickly, I guess. It's just like normal like things here. Identity on each country basically remains intact. Community under control of the Federation, which forbids them from describing themselves as the Republic or the United Nation. Owns specialized institution as policy power. Every community has to follow the rules and the principles. Yeah, okay. Federation is the center of the world based on small northwest... yeah, okay. So yeah, Federation, the government of the world, sure. P3. Okay, we have loads of robotics here. Nah, it's not about androids. International law enacted by the United People Federation. All citizens are obligated to the following. Each person is naturally a citizen of the Federation. Thus, their very first job is equally the newborn infant. Okay? That's a job. You became an infant. Depending on the result of the aptitude test run by the authorities, the one job and the one authorized seal are given to each citizen, and they must wear the seal. 3. Among the amount of income and the place of residence are decided depending on the authorized power certificate of the citizen. Wow, you cannot even pick where you live? You cannot pick your own house? Holy shit, that suck. I like Society of Robots. God damn it, that was not supposed to be about androids. Should a citizen acts against the laws, a given amount of points or all their points will be deducted from their authorized power certificate. 5. The authorized power of the citizens without an authorized power certificate is 5. Okay. So we have at least a little bit. Citizens without authorized power certificate have to take another set of aptitude tests. This is right, each and every citizen is allowed to have. Okay. So you can just try to get the certificate each time. Aptitude tests, that's what she was talking about before as well. Examinations take place all over the world at such junctures as the end of compulsory schooling or the end of the higher education. The tests are fully based on the P3 law and on the initiative of the government. Tests fall into 3 categories: written examination, physical performance tests, and personality tests. Okay, you do personality test. Ah, interesting. The results of these tests determine the applicant authorization seal, in fact their career path. The personality test is based on the personal records stored in the applicant seal through their personal number. They take cell fragments of the part of your body to which the seal is attached and have the specialized institution analyze them in detail. They analyze your personality based off your cells. Holy Jesus. You can do that? All young citizens, ever since they were little, have been more concerned about this peculiar test than the other two because it largely determines how the rest of their life will play out. Joint society ethics is the support school subject for the test. Okay. Needed to have the correct personality to rub the bread effectively. CSE. Joint society ethics. So this is the subject that she worked the essay on for, I guess. A subject of the comprehensive curriculum, it is also one of the 5 primary subjects: national language, mathematics, society ethics, science, and the CSE. Okay, it has 2 main categories of study. Firstly, details of the United People Federation, fundamental principles and history. I would fail this. History. Yeah. Secondly, how the authorization seal, the ticket to life, to every citizen works. I think I will understand this. By learning these things since childhood, the people are able to gain the better understanding of the P3 law. Okay, so we are born as robots here. Anyway. Well, without seal we are free, I guess. We're unemployed and the scum of the society apparently, but hey, we are free. So hey, Arue is free, for now at least. So let's go to the main street. Wow. Yeah, sure, your gut is telling you. Of course. You will never find where the hell you have to go. Following her bros, she struggled to make sense of the map. Let me guess, it's upside down. Why is my keyboard not working? Indeed. Arrow didn't leave her hometown for no reason. They have makeup examination. They have wiki pages like in IO. How's the... Passing my makeup examination, I managed to transfer to high school in the middle of the year. Oh. You can do that? Wait, you can skip grades by making a, like, makeup? Wait, what? Retests. Aptitude tests under the People's Safety Net program targeting those devoid of the authorized seal. Contents of the tests are identical with those of the regular tests. The difficulty depends on the person's scholaristic year, when they took their last test. Successful applicants are allowed to have learning or working opportunities. Safety net. For the people without authorization seal, the unmarked, or the Chuusotsu, I guess, the primary objective is allowing to unmarked to recite their aptitude tests. Additionally, this program provides participants with the financial aid, non-standard job opportunities, and if the conditions are met, even a place to live. Wow, what a luxury. This program is enabled by the basic concept that all citizens, unmarked or not, are to be protected from life-threatening situations. Okay, well, they have at least one good rule here. That doesn't suck. Okay, sure. Let's try that. She would go from Chuusotsu, a jobless middle school graduate, to government employee. Why is my keyboard stopped working? Compatibility examination system. Terminate your future based on your compatibility rating. Given how the system worked, Chuusotsu hoping to become a government employee was similar to the amateur trying to become an Olympic gold medalist. However, that alone didn't mean it was an impossible feat. Had Aru stayed in her hometown, there would have been no chance of it even happening, given her circumstances. Still. Okay, what a miracle. Special entry into a new style designer condominium. This property was made available by the real estate company Qualic. The hell is Qualic? Newly established custom estate builder, Japan region. They use their cutting-edge designs to appeal to customers. They publicly show test residents for their whole new property, Tabula Rasa. Why? With a product newly developed by them, requiring no rent. The 3 Chuusotsu girls has been selected. Oh wow, we are a test subjects. We're a test subjects. The condo already had some residents since last year. Said residents were required to use a certain machine located in one of those rooms on a daily basis. Afterward, they would need to file reports. Okay, they have to use some kind of machine. It was basically a monitoring program. The monetary compensation for the deal was the amount normally unheard of. The screening and the conditions for entry were also quite severe, but that was not the problem. For Arue, sharing a room with other participants was about as frightening as having too much of the war. She was enough of the airheads to even die in the process. Of course. 100%, there's going to be like one that is going to be like such an extrovert that she's going to be everywhere. Dismissing such concerns, she charged forward with the zeal of the kamikaze pilot, fully expecting to fail. Hence, her current struggle with the map. Tabula Rasa, yep. It was the name of the condominium she would soon inhabit. A brand new world, based on the concepts of the self-reformation and graduation. It was Arue's destination, but... Okay, I like her. She felt like a foreigner. Airhead's character, if made correctly, are fun. I hope she's going to be actually well-made character. Or at least like kinda good. She glanced back down at the map. She had already lost sight of her position.
集中すればするほど蜘蛛の巣みたいに見えてくる。シールさえあればすぐにでもたどり着けるんだろうけど。
Unfortunately, she was currently unmarked. Oh, that's the seals? Why they look like My Little Pony marks on their like legs or whatever that was? Like, oh my god, it's literally that. This is the mark that shows you your job. Oh my god, this is the My Little Pony concept. I just realized. That's literally that. You are just bound to your duty forever. And your personality is bound to it too. All the people passing by had seals on their hands. The authorized power certificate, also known as the authority seal, had the ability to raise individual numeric specs, also known as authorized power. Okay, what kind of specs do we have? I will just read this fast, I guess. Yeah, authorized power, owned by individual. Unit of status is power. Higher value, more status. The one on top ranks are government employees, so she wants to be the top, yeah. Enabled by the new type of nanomachines. Okay, so only the government have the new type of nanomachines, it seems. Government employees possess superhuman powers. Okay, interesting. While unemployed are inferior to infants. Oh! Yo! Although one still rank decides their status, depends on their condition level, society contribution level, and stability level. Public officer as reference public officer for reference possess authorized level of 10,000, capable of saying a cow with their bare hands. Okay, they literally have like power increases based like okay, so the seals actually give you strength. Okay, that's actually like kind of sick. That was the case when the bureaucrat with authorized power of 950,000 stopped a running Shinkansen bullet train. Okay. Do we have scouters? Are we going to do like Dragon Ball references now? I like this. This is kind of ridiculous and I like it. Authorized power certificate. Ultimate case successful revolution is employed. Yeah, okay. Seals unconditionally distributed to anyone at birth. So she have so she does have a certificate, but it's like unnamed, right? What was it called? Unemployed. I forgot. Like unnamed or something. Preschool age and compulsory school age. Starting in the middle school, everyone has to take their aptitude test that determines the seal they wear. Oh, so they get a new seal every year. I mean, not every year, every like school take, I guess. Distributed authorization seal decides everything from the recipient job to income. Yep. Having equipped the seal, you will begin work school on given date and time. So they even tell you when you start a job. Every job receives a pay from the federal government on the 25th of every month. Okay, that's standardized, it seems there. The seal is 2 to 5 centimeters in diameter. Graphic design, we saw this, yep. Worn on the back of the wearer dominant hand. Nanomachines dissolve into the skin, so they became a tattoo basically. Yeah, blend into whole body. Glowing tattoo provides powers unique to the wearer. The seal has two primary effects to it: job capability correction and individual capabilities upgrades. Job correction gives you the right techniques or powers to perform your job properly. For example, if someone with no experience as the pastry chief is found out to have potential for it, JCC will supply them with the attribute of Sweet Making A, which turns them into a specialist on that particular field. In some other cases, job abilities are supplied depending on the job. Okay, so you literally don't need to work and learn anything to get a job. You just need to have a good personality and they will just like give you a knowledge and power to do your job. I'm concerned. Individual capability upgrade. It's literally something that reinforces individual capabilities such as intellect, physical strength, and any other abilities that belongs to the individual. Job assigned by the seal cannot be changed or renounced. The only exception is the opportunity given to particular individuals to take examination for the job change or class change. Okay? Like a robot. In addition, the recipient clear-cut physical and professional prowess. It also applies to his or her intelligence. I don't think she has a much chance in this department. For example, if you switch jobs to work at the temple, your body abilities would suddenly change too. Okay. If you went from warrior to playboy, all your combat prowess would just go poof, just like that. Okay, that's... I don't know if that's psych or awesome, but like they just like mold you specifically for your job. That kinda suck. Like, there's no one who's like... Like, it's like evolution stopped here. And then there was a measure of the seal's strength, the authorization power of 5, in other words, trash tier. To make specific comparison, not even babies have power that's that low. Okay, so babies have more potential than unemployed, like, middle schooler. Wait, what the fuck? I mean, she's all like a high schooler right now. And she's lower power level than infant. Because she failed the test or something, apparently. That's insane. There's no way Arue could read them up, of course, because that's why her intellect is so low, because her power level is low. The nano machines make her dumb. God damn it. Yo! That's why your job is fixed. Because you can't do anything better. You can only downgrade yourself, I guess. Of course. She tripped over nothing. That was the special physical ability of the person without a seal. In other words, unmarked. Unmarked. Alias, yeah, so basically the unemployed. Slang word for one of the present day consists discriminatory. Okay. Unmarked do not own authorization seal, but they still have potential number. Okay. Melded into their bodies at birth, which provides them with the human rights. Okay. Hey, we have human rights! Not owning authorization simply not being able to enjoy its benefits. One of the worst disadvantages that unmarked authorized fixed 5, which is inferior to that of the little children. Yep. So we had all of this before. Right? Personal number? Oh, personal number is new. The infant seal possesses a special feature. Personal number that blends into your body and records your personal information. Machines do not disappear when you lose or switch to another seal. It collects records of not only your test results, but ideologies, physical activities, personality. That's how they make the personality test. They take your cells. Furthermore, the records are always synchronized with your authorization seal, and if you take the illegal action, the seal automatically reports it to the authorities. You are literally a prisoner! What is happening? That's not fun word anymore. It sounded awesome at the beginning. Tampopo. What the fuck is Tampopo? Pixies, are you okay? Looking up, she saw a little girl in a smock. Her eyes glimmering with the purity. She was probably only 4 or 5. She reached out toward Arue. Arue hesitation on whether she should take the girl's hand. Yeah? You're gonna get dirty. She stretched out her hand to reach Arue's sides. Hop! Lift. The girl easily pulled up and straightened Arue up like that was some doll. That's fucking insane. 4-year-old just effortlessly picked up the 15-year-old and pulled her like on the ground. Power levels are bullshit. We learned that in Dragon Ball Z. And in Dragon Ball in general. It's over 9,000. Are you hurt? And out came her Slangio, just like that. Bye bye. The girl left, waving her tiny hand in the large arc. The nanomachines on her hand give off a faint glow. Well, the good thing that is that we are going to share a room with 2 more, apparently, right? They said like the 3 were like chosen for this like thing that she wants to find. They're all nobodies like we are. They all have the level 5 because they're all the how was it called? The Chanu. What is the name of it? The Chuusotsu. Yeah. The nanomachines on her hand gave off a faint glow. Job, little girl. Authorized power 20. Okay, she's like 3 times stronger than you. Effects, upgrades physical performance, upgrades intelligence, gives the pure attribute, protection A. Conditions, no aptitude tests required. Seal never will be deprived. Are we flipping through the authority's power guidebook? Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god. That suck. Seal abilities would rise and fall according to the job's cognition level, society contribution level, and stability level. The harder the job, the more your body and mind would be improved. Thus, government worker was simply the pronoun for the most powerful job. Well, speaking of someone without a job... Yeah? There was a bookstore right nearby. Upon entering it, I will find the 2nd grade arithmetic drill. Also, I just realized... What's the peak ocean? Huh. Looks interesting. Upon entering it, I found the 2nd grade arithmetic drill book. She nervously opened it up. The digit addition? No way. Slowly closes the book. How are you going to survive this? How are you supposed to improve yourself when you are unemployed in this world? What the fuck? Oh god. You know, you probably need aptitude for that as well. I don't think they would let you anyway. I think your power level is too low anyway. She broke down sobbing. Strengthening her aura, Arue concentrated on the map. She imagined herself concentrating all her intelligence into a single point on her forehead. From inside the foggy map, district numbers and the store names began to float on the surface. She was even able to identify some buildings to use as the landmarks. Good job. She could work with this. Now she just had to set a course.
モール。あ、ショッピングモールが合う。
They gave her a little like note on the tongue. When she's happy, I guess. Arue broke into the beaming smile.
でっかい本屋さんもありあり。
There are tons of fun-looking places on the map.
漫画喫茶か。地元にはなかったからすっごい楽しみ。読んでみたい漫画もいっぱいあるんだよね。丸しちゃおっと。
And the market it was. She collapsed.
どうしよう。何度挑んでも街がシャングリラみたいに見える。
Shangri-La, I have no idea what that is. You can help me out in the comments.
中卒になってシールをなくして以来、楽しそうなものを見るとその魔力にどうしても抗えない。
Wow.
これがシールがないってこと。
Destination. Fun and exciting things. This too was definitely a defining feature of the
で
Chuusotsu.
もとにかく方角だけは分かった気がするからフィーリングで。
Go by the feeling, huh? So go randomly, basically.
このピンク色のお城、何のお店なんだろう。
Rest 3,800, stays 6,800. Feeling like she was on a picnic, Aru ended up stumbling into the Love Hotel district. Sure!
プリンセス体験ができるお店？
Depends! Well, I guess, yeah. Right in front of Arue, who had since completely forgotten about her original goal. Oh?